What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MULN stock.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed, born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And since I made my previous video just 2 days ago, we have a lot of updates regarding this company, and I will show you how this news might affect the price of this company. So let's start with the price chart. As I already mentioned, I made my previous video just a couple of days ago, and I've told you that this harsh spike in price that from its lowest point to its highest point brought to the value of this stock about almost 60%. But in general, I have to say that it reached only the level that this asset had just 3 or 4 days ago. And it wasn't the highest one, it was another all-time low. And since the beginning of this year, this asset lost more than 97% of its value. It is mind-blowing movement to the downside, and you cannot rely on this type of assets in the long-term perspective. So let's take a look on the recent news. I have to say that since I made my previous video 2 days ago, we have a couple of SEC filings. One of them shows that David Michery received another stock-based compensation of 2.632 million shares, and immediately he basically sold, but not directly sold, but he gifted and transferred these stocks to someone else. And definitely this shows that David Michery is still on his path to cash out from the existing shareholders, and definitely he didn't do it directly, but he can transfer and gift these stocks to third parties, and these third parties should not file any statements regarding do they sell it or not. And this is how you can legally cash out from your position without a lot of attention. So definitely it is a bearish sign, because he got rid from the entire 2.632 million shares. Previously he had 113.665 million shares, and right now he owns again the same amount of shares. So it is what it is. The second news that is also quite important is that they changed their proposal 3 for the upcoming shareholders meeting, and they changed the ratio of reverse stock split from the highest border of this ratio from 1:10 to 1:100. And definitely this step allows company to stay in line with the Nasdaq listing rules. But in general, let me show you that if the company performs this type of reverse stock split for more than 1:250, they won't be eligible for the 180 days safe period on the Nasdaq stock exchange. And we can see the tweet, not the tweet, we can see the post that was made by Post Hoc Ergo, and he told us about another company that made 4,000 shares reverse stock split in less than a year. And definitely it is possible, but the problem is on the other side, because nothing can change the sentiment for this company, and eventually Mullen will be again below $1 threshold. So let me show you that for now the sentiment from the retail community who hold the position in Mullen is not so positive. A lot of people posting a lot of tweets, a lot of posts regarding their position. And for example, this person posted this 1 day ago, and he wrote just a couple of hours after buying in, and his position was in red for more than 22%. Right here you can see another person who posted his screenshot, and he is down for almost 80% in the past 3 months. Definitely you cannot rely on this type of so-called investing, no matter what other people are trying to tell you. By the way, about other people, I have to say that, for example, Cal from Financial Journey is very cautious right now. He didn't post any tweets from his own name. He just reposted several tweets, several recent tweets from other people. And one of the recent ones he published on June 17th, and he wrote, "Couldn't have said it better myself." And he made the retweet of David Mishori's tweet from June 16th. And here is the tweet, original tweet, and here is the link on the article that I covered in my previous video about the fair value. How it is possible that the so-called fair share price should be let me show you somewhere here. That according to their cash position, the so-called fair share price should be $0.38 per share, but for now it is much lower. And let me show you this post that was again made by Post Hoc Ergo, and he wrote, "There is a lot more to any story than assets. Bear Stearns spent over $500 million to build their Manhattan headquarters, and it was valued at close to $1 billion when JP Morgan agreed to buy the entire firm with dozens of offices worldwide and 15,000 employees for just $250 million. And Mullen does not have billions or even hundreds of millions in tangible assets. If these plans are worth so much, how come their previous owners went bankrupt?" And I completely agree with this statement. On top of that, a lot of people, for example Chachar, is still shilling this stock, and he made recently a lot of statements about the mind-blowing demand for their Class 1 electric vehicles. And I have to say that if you ask yourself honestly, why did ELMS company file its bankruptcy? If they already had these vehicles, more than 350 or about 400 vehicles on their parking lot, why did they file bankruptcy? It doesn't make sense, because if they had the real demand, definitely they had to sell these vehicles in order to cover all their losses. But it didn't happen. On top of that, if the demand is so high, why in the world Mullen didn't sell any vehicles from the end of September when the electric last mile solutions was acquired by them? It doesn't make sense. They delivered only 16 vehicles to the campus in North Carolina, but they didn't receive any money for them. And that is how there is a lot of gray areas in this story, and that is why you cannot rely on this asset as the long-term holders. And on top of that, if you take a look on the price chart, let's continue with the technical analysis. And before we dive deep right here, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and hit the like button. This helps me a lot. On top of that, if we take a look on their price charts and if we take a look on indicators, we had multiple signs of bullishness previously. We had, for example, right here, we had higher lows on our side with the lower lows on the price action, which implies the potential trend reversal because it is a bullish divergence. And we also have the same pattern right here, but it didn't work, it didn't go higher. We had just random spikes and nothing that could change its major trend. That is why you cannot rely on this asset. And the main reason is the consistent dilution of their shareholders. And when the number of shares is consistently increasing, definitely all of the technical signs might be completely irrelevant. And that is why, from any point of view, you cannot rely on this asset if you want to buy these shares. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel with notification bell. And see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life I'm